When you are in the difficult position and whatever actions you are taking, you are not getting any desirable results. How do you feel? You feel very down. And at that down feelings, at that condition that spells of the sorrows and the melancholy, what medicine would you like to prefer? Like this, any allopathy medicine? Or even an homeopathy medicine? I don't think that it will work. Unnecessarily, it will create some more problems of this side effect. No medicine will work in that conditions. Only one medicine that can work, and that medicine is better than the allopathy or homeopathy. That medicine is called the empathy. Now, what is empathy? Empathy is like a connection of telepathy. You know telepathy? Telepathy is a mental connection between one person to another person's. They know clearly what the other person's feelings. And that's why empathy. Empathy is staying in the same level and to be in the line of the feelings of the other persons, particularly in the downtime. In the conditions of the discomfort, in the condition of misfortune, one person feel each other and discuss how to come out from the situation sometimes in order to get out from that stage of the downtime. Now, what's the difference between the sympathy and the empathy? Sympathy is also one kind of the feelings, but it is just the feeling pity or the compassion because of the misfortune of the other person. I am fortunate if I see some of my friends, some of my colleagues is going through some difficult phase of the misfortune, and I just say, I feel very sorry for you. But it is not the complete connection between the mind to mind. But whereas empathy is in the higher stage, being the similar condition of the two persons, they know each other and in a sympathetic way, but discuss with each other feelings. It means that empathy is feeling sorrow, pity, compassionate with a person. But whereas sympathy is feeling sorrow for a person. So here lies the difference. Now I think I can clarify between the difference between the two. Now the question is that what is the importance of empathy in difficult situation? If anybody feels empathetic to each other, we can save a soul. And if we can save many tendency of the suicidal actions by any persons. Only sympathy cannot create that kind of the importance what is required to stop a person going to take a drastic step of killing himself or herself. So here lies the importance of the empathy. Sympathy is just a superficial layer, but empathy, it penetrates into your heart and it can compel you to think in different way without any empathy. Only from the superficial layer of the sympathy, they can make a little plaster on the wall. But until and unless the wall is wet with empathy, this plaster in the dry wall is bound to be cracked in coming future. So now I think I have more clarified about this empathy. The importance of empathy is that it can penetrate into the subconscious level of the mind of the other persons and it can compel the other person to think the way which is completely different from the previous thinking, and he can stop the drastic actions and instead he can take some positive action for his or her improvement, provided somebody is feeling, expressing empathy, taking in the same level So empathy is always in the much higher level as compared to sympathy, which is superficial level. So being empathetic is not everybody's cup of tea. There must have been some feelings and some humanity, and to understand the matter with humility. That is more important in order to express empathy with anybody. And if you cannot do it, your trial of expressing empathy to your friend or companion or colleague might look like just a superficial smile on the air hostess lip. So don't be that kind of the superficial kind of the things. Feel from the internal, feel from the heart, and express the real, genuine expression, genuine concern to your acquaintance, your friend, your colleague. And that will be much more effective in the life, and it can save life. It can build a life, and it can motivate a person to take some good actions in the positive way, so that he or she can be capable of riding high despite of all obstacle. It can give him or her the mental strength to overcome all sorts of the obstacle in this world. So these are very much important, and this is the importance of empathy. So now, my dear friends, tell me whether you are going to be sympathetic or empathetic in case of misfortune of somebody. Choice is yours. Ball is now in your court. Thank you.